This device costs around $500, but it could actually be earning you more than $10,000 a year, and today I'm going to show you how. Before we jump into how this lovely little creation can earn you money, let's talk about what it is and how it works. So this is actually the Accsoon Cine SE wireless video transmitter, and you have a transmitter here and a receiver that I've got on the back of my screen over here. As a disclaimer, Accsoon did send me this device, but all thoughts and opinions of it in this video are that of my own. Now, how this particular system works is that the transmitter transmits a 2.4 gigahertz and a 5 gigahertz signal at the same time, and then the receiver on the back here combines those frequencies to get the best signal possible. Also, this setup has a minimal delay or latency of about 50 milliseconds or below. And you can actually see that if I move my hand here, you can see there's a slight delay on the screen. Hopefully you see that. Now this setup over here is using the Fieldworld F5 Pro monitor, and it actually has a backing plate on it that allows you to mount the receiver, and it also powers the receiver via the same battery pack that powers the screen, so you can really have a compact setup. It can also transmit to 4 different devices simultaneously. Now, of course, you can transmit to your external monitors, but also you can transmit simultaneously to your mobile devices. It doesn't matter if you have Android or an Apple iOS phone, you can use the free app to monitor your shots. And also this has a piece of functionality that's very important for generating that extra income that you shall see later. You can use any combination of receivers and mobile devices up to 4 devices. So you could have 4 screens, or you could have 4 phones, or any combination of that. We look on the side of our transmitter, you'll notice that we have a HDMI and an SDI input. And this version, which is the SE version, has that. I think the other version only has HDMI inputs. Now this system outputs 1080p up to 60 frames per second, up to 1200 feet. So let's have a quick look at the Accsoon Go app. So the app is free to download, and it has lots of different functions. You have things like peaking lines, you have different wave scopes, histograms, different types of color correction, and you have grayscale as well. You can just tap those on and off. And there's also an option that allows you to go live on social media, which we will talk about in just a second. Now, both the transmitter and the receiver can be powered by Sony MPF type batteries for up to 12 hours of use, which is very useful for events. And you can also power them with a 5-volt power supply via something like a power pack. And there's also an external power cable option. So there are plenty of options to keep these things running. Also, you will notice that you have an LCD screen packed with lots of information. But to be honest with you, this thing works pretty much straight away once powered up. Just make sure that you're in the same group. If you look on the side, there are 16 different groups that you can switch between, so you can have several of these units on the same project at the same time without running into any crossover issues. Now, when it comes to build quality, you have aerospace grade aluminum, which is lightweight and feels really robust and strong. And each of these units is around 210 grams. These units are also a fanless design, so they use the body to dissipate heat, which makes them nice and quiet. So at the beginning of this video, I said that it was possible that you could generate $10,000 or more a year from this setup, from this device. So let's talk about that. It all comes down to the Accsoon app and this little option here, which allows you to live stream. Now, this is particularly for those of you who are freelance filmmakers, videographers, those who do event video production and things like weddings. Using this setup, you can live stream from your camera to a social account like YouTube or Instagram, which means that you can take advantage of your quality camera, your quality lenses, your expensive lenses and focal lengths, and capture your event. So no need for Uncle George to stand at the back of the room trying to stream on his old iPhone 6. You can do it directly from the great camera setup that you've brought with you and use a dedicated mobile device. So you can zoom in on speakers, you can zoom in on the action, as well as having good audio, and you can add that on as a service to your current video packages. Let me show you how you can quickly do this on YouTube as an example. Welcome to the behind the live stream video. And as you can see, I've already set it up here on my iPhone. I've got my wireless connection over there. It's connected to my EOS R. And you can see I've also got it connected to a screen here. So we're going to do a wireless stream from YouTube. So we're going to come over to YouTube. Okay, so here we are in YouTube, and what you want to do is go into the top right hand corner and you want to select the go live option. And just a little FYI, if you don't have this option or your client doesn't have this option, you need to request it from YouTube and then wait 24 hours for it to be verified. So if you are planning on doing this, make sure that this option is available on the YouTube account that you plan on using. Once you hit go live, you can create your stream, and here you've got the option to give it a name. I'm just going to call it Accsoon Test and fill in the description as well as Accsoon Test. Of course, you can decide what you're going to name it and what description you will give it. Not for kids, and then next, and then we can schedule it. I'm just going to go live now, so hit done. Now, if you come up to stream in the top left corner, what you will find is there are stream details. Here you will find the stream key and also the stream URL, and you want to copy both of these into those parameters that are required into the Accsoon app. So I'm going to copy and paste these in my WhatsApp app and then send them over to my phone. So here you can see me opening the Accsoon app. The top line is going to be the live stream URL and the bottom line is going to be the live stream code. Now you can copy and paste those in, or you can write it in manually if you want. And then you notice that it pushes it through from my mobile phone to YouTube. And if we come back to YouTube, we can see that we are in fact live here now, live streaming. There is a small amount of delay, and that is to be expected. And we're live, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls who should be hearing it through the microphone here. And that is how we set it up. That's how you get the live stream going. Basically, you put the code in, you push it to your social media, so you can see me now live on YouTube recording this, and this is unlisted as well, so it can basically go out to anybody who has the link. So if you want the link and you want to put it behind a paywall, you can have that unlisted link and then you can send it out with an email. You can set up the live stream on the company website, and that is how awesome it is. And as you can see, it's being patched through this phone, so you will need to have a dedicated camera, but at the same time what you've got is this really cool camera setup, the EOS R with an L lens, and you can zoom in as well. I'll prove it to you. Let's zoom in. Hey, we can zoom. Now in the UK, there are companies that specifically do social streaming already from anywhere between £500 and £1,500 per event. If you're in the United States, it's probably going to cost you a fair amount more for this type of service. And now the Accsoon Cine SE gives you the same ability as well. So if you have 10, 15 or 20 events in your year that sign up for this add-on, you will see that you can very quickly produce extra profit for very little extra work, even over $10,000. So this is definitely an investment to consider for your freelance filmmaking, corporate videography, or wedding business. So those are my thoughts on the Accsoon Cine SE wireless video system and how you can put it to work to earn yourself some extra cash. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Now that you've watched this video, make sure that you check out my other content on wireless video systems, and make sure that you like this video if you like it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell for notifications as well. In the meantime, stay creative, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time on KaiCreative.